Alright guys, we need a win. So we're gonna do something fun today. We are going to design a Doodle Bob pencil holder. Why? Because I kind of want one. So I found this really cool Doodle Bob image and yeah, we're gonna make him and he's gonna hold some cool stuff and he's gonna be our happy friend. So let's go ahead and get started here. I am using Shaper. What I like about Shaper, I can use my pen. I also like that I can pretty much use it anywhere in the house because it's on my tablet. So it's really nice to just be able to pop in here and doodle on the couch with my tablet on a Squishmallow, or really whatever it is that you do when you're designing stuff. Now, we already have an issue here with the image. His feet aren't level. So that's okay, we'll just bring this foot down a little bit and it should be fine. I mostly use spline fit, but with this one, I want the dimension to okay. And so Shaper's great because of its ability to be used pretty much anywhere, but it does run on a tablet. So I do get a lot of issues with it that I'm not super excited about. It's just not as functional as I would like it to be, I guess. Well, I really want the bottom of his foot to be this line. So let's go ahead and grab this. I should be able to shift it. It just doesn't, it's not smart. And that's what drives me crazy about it. But when I'm doing some pretty easy, fast designs here, I like it. This is what I use for all of my custom signage, logos and things like that. I use it pretty regularly. I enjoy being able to use the pen over a mouse, like on any other 3D program. It's really easy for me to just whoop, there's a line. But I do know that a lot of people use a lot of different programs. When I was researching what worked best for me, I noticed that a lot of people liked pretty much using Inkscape to separate the layers of colors, and then using Tinkercad to create the rest of their 3D piece. But that didn't really work for me. This isn't what I do regularly. I am a stay-at-home mom. So this was all just learning for me. It was definitely a really big learning curve. And I have taught myself how to do all of these things. And this is what works, So trying to learn Inkscape and Tinkercad, and then trying to figure out how to do all the painting in Bamboo Studio, it just wasn't nice to me. Okay, so now his arm is really skinny. I don't like how skinny his arm is. It's gonna bug me. So I don't want to print this super skinny Doodle Bob. I might thicken up his arm just a little bit. And I mean, when I'm doing this, it's not like I've got to make sure that the line is perfectly on the other line. It's not really the point, it's just a reference image mostly. Here, I think I'm gonna thicken this up just a little bit. We can follow kind of the outline of the arm and gauge it, because I do want him to hold things. I want him to be able to hold a pencil. And I've actually been very happy with how well the 3D printer, I'm gonna put this here and then we're gonna go ahead and do a straight line, with how strong the thinner prints are. I was worried that thinner prints were gonna be super fragile, that I was gonna break them super easily, but this it's not bad. So even though his arm does seem a little bit thin, I'm good with it. usually we design the custom nameplates and stuff like that. So I get someone's logo and I just trace it around. It's kind of therapeutic for me, actually. Like, most people like to do those coloring books, and I really just like doing this until the program bogs down. So that's what I was going to tell you. Like, make sure that your tablet is plugged in, and that so I'm stubborn. Even though I know it's going to bog down, I will still do all of this in one sketch. Some people say to do it in layers. So like, I'm gonna have this outline when I finally get around to the other side, and then I'm gonna do the same sketch 1, instead of doing like layers of sketches where I could do the inner outline as a sketch 2. I don't like to do that, because then my sketches aren't connected, and if I need to trim anything from sketch 1 versus sketch 2, it makes it kind of difficult to do that. So if everything is in one sketch, I can do some trimming if I need to. But I'm surprised it hasn't bogged down yet. I'm knock on wood. Because what happens is every time I put a point, for whatever reason, it's gotta think about the point. And so I think we're gonna get a little bit lucky here. Put the point here, come around here. And then my favorite part is cleanup. But we don't have a lot to clean up here. See, like, and because he is Doodle Bob, you know, I don't feel like it has to be a perfect sketch. But okay, see, here's an issue I have with Shaper. I have to be super zoomed in order to make these points, like if I want to clean this up, if I tried to do this out here, I want to clean up this corner because I can see that it's not where I want it to be. It's really difficult for me to do that here because I need to grab this point. So I have to zoom in past these silly bubbles so I can take this and shape it the way I want it to be shaped. Just some issues I have with the program. Other than that, I'm really happy with it. I love this program. So we have an issue here I mentioned earlier, that his foot isn't really the length I want it to be. So we need to grow it, which is going to be kind of tricky to do. I should have already done that. But what we can do, let's see, what can we do? Good question. We could move this point. Oh, you know what we could do? We could probably move them all. This point, this point, this one, this one, this one. Move him down so that he touches that line. And then I don't like how big his foot is now, so we're gonna off touch. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. And then it just kind of makes it a little flatter. So then this is what I was talking about though. I don't want, so like we don't need this one now. We don't need this line anymore. That's gonna make that flat surface that I want. So he stands up nicely and holds pencils. So it looks a little weird, right? Because it's a little stretched out, but that's okay. We can make it a little flatter, make this look a little bit more natural. Somehow. That's the point. This is what I want. There we go. Yeah, that's better. And then even this curvature here. Round that off a little bit. So now his foot looks nice. And then now these are all weird. I should have fixed it prior to, like, for whatever reason, what I just did, connecting it to that line and then trimming it, now it's not gonna let me come through and fine point all of this mess. But that's okay. Like I said, he's Doodle Bob and I'm pretty happy with that outline. So now I'm gonna do this in pieces. This is actually my favorite part because I get to do much smaller sections at a time. This one, I'm gonna just follow this curve here. So like I was saying about Inkscape and whatnot, this is just what works for me. It's therapeutic. I get to sit down usually with a cup of coffee and then just sit here and do my doodling. I really love 3D printing. I didn't think it was something I was going to get behind, but then as the market started to grow and grow and grow and more people were doing it, I felt like I was missing out. Bring this dot in a little bit. His tie is pretty pointy, so let's go ahead and make his tie nice and pointy. And I didn't want to miss out anymore, so we got some 3D printers, and I love it. Being able to take somebody's, like, so for Christmas time, we were getting a lot of people who were interested in the, a lot of family members and whatnot, who were really interested in the signage. Different people we knew that worked 9-to-5s or had reception desks and things like that. They thought they were super cool. So I got a lot of practice during Christmas time giving people signage. And it was fun and I loved it. And I was like, dude, every single sign was getting better and I was, you know, getting a little bit more comfortable with my craft. And it was exciting seeing all of these things come together. So then I'm trying to do the socials on TikTok and Instagram, and I have a YouTube, and that's probably the hardest part, is like sharing it with everybody. Because after Christmas, we pretty much decided, hey, let's turn this into something. Let's make our printers help us make a little bit more money. Who doesn't want a little bit more money to put away for a vacation or whatever it is that you might use that money for, paying off a car. I'm just putting away money for gift giving or coffee breaks or spa days. So that's why we decided to kind of turn it into a little something. But it's hard to get the name out there, and you know everyone who has a 3D printer is doing the exact same thing, which is cool. I mean, if I could support everyone in the whole wide world, I totally would. I would love to support all of my fellow makers. But it's just impossible. So I wish everybody, absolutely everybody, the best of luck in whatever it is that they're doing, whatever their endeavor is. And if they need any help from us, then I hope they reach out and maybe we can make something really great together. But for now, this is what works for me, and I'm very happy with it. I like the control I have. I like that this program was pretty easy to learn, and I have quite a bit of experience with different CAD programs. I used to work in the medical laser industry, so I've worked with SolidWorks, I've worked with Onshape, and SolidWorks being, the lead CAD facilitator. But I don't know, this one's nice. I think I'll keep this one. Oops, did I delete the right thing? Yeah, okay, there we go. So now his nose is gonna kind of be connected there, which is fine. And I like the perfect circle for his nose, but you can see that these eyes are a little bit more doodly looking. So we're gonna make Doodly Bob's eyes look a little bit doodlier. I'm not gonna do a perfect, even here, like you can see, it's got this cute little bump here, so I don't wanna miss that. And I'm gonna go off of the line a little bit just so that it's a little bit more dramatized. Making up words. And I don't often get to share the design process with all of you. Like when we went into this, I wanted to partner up with an awesome designer on like, what is that one called? Where you guys, all you amazing designers, put your products up and then we can like buy it and sell it on Etsy. It's a program. And the Bamboo Online Studio is where I actually started printing a lot of things. That was such a great resource for learning 3D printing. I want to say it starts with a P. And they all say, come to my P word for all of my designs. And I was thinking initially I wanted to do something like that, was to print other people's designs. But I don't know, the signs were fun for me. And so then we started kind of branching into nerd loot a little bit. We do some of the anime things, and it's the same process. I find like their logo on the Googles, and I really like the logo, so I might turn that into a 3D printed sign that people can put along with their Funko Pops and stuff. So we ended up deciding that was the direction we were gonna. Patreon. I knew it started with a P. So that was what we decided to do. Was for our business, we were going to design most of the products ourselves, and I don't know. I like it. It makes me happy that I made that. That I did that. Now the next thing I need to learn is are we gonna do perfect circles? No, let's do doodly circles in the middle too. Is design work. Like, I do logos and things, a little bit of branding. I am a Twitch streamer too, so I do help people with branding, their image. Not a lot, and usually whenever I do stuff like that, it's for free, because trust me, I know I'm an amateur when it comes to all that madness. But I would like to do more artsy design work, like to be able to take an image of Patrick that's in my head and then draw it out, or even to create my own characters. Like, we also have 2 resin printers, which are complicated creatures. I don't know if any of you have worked with a resin printer, but they are quite a bit of work, I'm not gonna lie. But the detail you get on a resin printer is phenomenal. I love printing with our resin printers. And then you can sand them and you can paint them a little bit differently. The layers hardly show in a resin printer, and I thought that was the way that I wanted to go with our business, was creating. Why is this one so wonky? Let me finish the circle first, and then we can come back and fix any of these lines that I'm not too happy with. Yeah, see, there it goes. As we go around this eye, I think it's gonna clean up a little bit. So I was thinking I wanted to do characters and stuff, like even stuff for maybe Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, the world is really open to so many possibilities, right? You just have to find your niche. This one's weird. I don't like how this one. Let's clean that up a little bit. And I think right now, for me, for fabricated pixels, what I want to do is the signs, and then being a PC gamer and a Twitch streamer, I also really think that I want to do keycaps, custom keycaps for like the escape key, and I would probably use my resin printer for those. And I was thinking of like using the resin print and then sanding, painting, and then doing like a clear coat of resin over them so that they looked all nice and adorable. So that's kind of, I think, the direction we're going with this. Is fabricated pixels is just going to be a fun place for 3D printed loot. We're never going to get as big as Funko Pop, But if some of those awesome Funko Pop collectors buy some of my things and I can see my art sitting right next to their Funko Pops, I know I've made it. Oh, what happened here? Cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, he's pretty doodly. And I think that's why I wanted to do Doodle Bob today, because I needed to do something that was a little bit easier. I've been having some trouble with one of my prints that I've been working on lately, and so I just needed a win. I woke up this morning and I was like, I need a win. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm not worry too much about making these super perfect. We're gonna zoom in a little bit here just so that we can see this line. I tell you what, I've got to do these these behind the scene design work videos a little bit more often. Onshape is behaving quite nicely today. I think it likes the attention. Okay, we'll do his fingers over here. We've got this L and then this little one here. So then we've got to figure out is how we want him to hold the pencil. And what thickness is a pencil? I make Straw Buddies, Star Wars, and little emote guys, and those are about 10.5 millimeters. They've got a 10.5 millimeter hole for the straw. So I wonder if I can do, no, I don't want that. See, that's what I'm talking about. I can zoom in, but then I can't see if what I'm doing is what I want to do because I can't see the rest of the image. It's fine. I'm gonna bring these in a little bit. And make sure, oh my goodness, there have been so many times where I'll start an image and then at some point I'll orient it like this so I'm not on like the top view anymore. And then everything will get all wonky. So make sure when you're doodling in this program that you've got it in top view the whole time. I'll come back to a really detailed design later and things just aren't lining up right and I'm like, what did I do? And I noticed it was because I didn't have that properly adjusted. Okay, there we go. Eyes, nose, teeth, mouth. Everything seems to be connected. So, and then we've got a nice flat bottom here for him to stand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna exit sketch and we're gonna go, and I wanna hide the image now. There he is! Oh my goodness, Doodle Bob! So this is just he's just a little 2D Doodle Bob. Let's go back to top here. He's adorable. Oh my goodness, he makes me so happy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, sorry, I had a thing on my thing. All right. We're gonna 3D-ify him. So one of the things, like when I'm doing 3D stuff, something's not connected here. So this, okay, yeah, that's right. That's all black. Okay, that's good. So then this and this, yeah. Like, should I? No, that's right. One of the things, like when I'm doing design work, is I don't like flat surfaces. I don't. I love how doodly this guy looks. I like for my top layer to have dimensions. So I print everything on its back. Everything on its back. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take him, so now we have everything selected, and it's as easy as tapping this little arrow here. Let's see if he wants to play nice. And so usually my signage are about, let's see, about, this piece here is about 15 millimeters depth. And I think that might be too thick for a Doodle Bob. So let's do 10 millimeters. Even that seems a little thick, right? Let's save it. Let's do 10. But now I can't see his face, right? Oh no, this freaked me out the first time. Where did he go? How am I supposed to add my depth? All you gotta do is come back here, and for some reason the program hides him. Hides the sketch. I don't wanna hide the sketch. And I always go -15. Did I go negative? I did not go negative. Oh my gosh, you guys should have told me. So I gotta do this again. I gotta select him again. Because you wanna go negative so that the sketch, this is another thing, freaking shaper. You've got to be zoomed in to select your things, or it's gonna select edges. The hitbox is too tight on these. So you wanna do -15 or whatever number, whatever thickness number, because then your sketch is gonna pop right on top. I'll show you. So this time we're gonna hit this arrow again. We're gonna hit the negative button. We're gonna go 10 millimeters. So then boom, the other way. Okay, but like I said, again, oh no, where'd my sketch go? Pop right back over here and my sketch is back. I'm gonna hide these items, click off. So now I want dimension here, but I don't want too much dimension because, you know, he's a doodle. So we're gonna click, this is all gonna be black. What else is gonna be black? We've got his eyes here are gonna be black. this one, and this one is all gonna be black. So we're gonna raise that to, boom, beautiful. And then the rest of him is gonna be white. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But he is too thick. So let's bring him in. Instead of 10, I think we should do 7. Yeah, that's probably good. And then I'm gonna figure out how I want him to hold a pencil. So we come over here and we go left. Right, we know his hands are here. And I like his hands. His hands are adorable. So what I'm thinking we'll do is we're gonna go right back on the left view. Now I'm gonna sketch a circle. Let's see how big we can make this circle. I'm thinking 7 millimeters. I wish I knew how big a pencil is. Let's see. If this is one of my straw buddies, oh my goodness, 10 millimeters, huh? So that's not going to be a big enough. That's not going to be a big enough thickness, that circle. Where did my circle go? So we're going to need this to be essentially the size of a straw buddy. My issue with that is because Doodle Bob isn't super thick. We only made him 9 millimeters total. That's with the depth there. We should make him a thickness of 12, right? And then, I'm sorry, when I cut this, so what I'm gonna do, it's not a perfect science, okay? This is not perfect at all. In any way, shape, or form. Left. I'm not loving this circle right now, so we're gonna delete it. I'm gonna delete this. And then I'm gonna sketch again. I'm going to create a, I think it should come down to here, a rectangle, right? And then we're gonna do a circle. Here. I need 10.5. Ta-da! And now we're gonna trim this one because I don't want that one. I come back here. We're gonna cut through his hands. Ta-da! So that he'll hold a pen. And we look at him from the top. He still looks like a Doodle Bob, right? From the top. I don't like that it cut through his hand there. But that's something I think I can probably fix later. But he is gonna hold a pencil now. And I'm pretty happy with him. There we go. Let's give him a name. Doodle Bob. Done. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and do all of that really cool stuff that YouTube likes. Bye everybody.